Hi, this is James of MegaLife21.com, the hardest hitting internet talk radio station on the planet, and I am here once again at the Newsletter Censored Research Center in northeastern New Jersey with the one and only, the Reverend Dr. William J. Eiserman. Ozzy, how's everybody doing?
Fine.
It's a hot Saturday. I mean, 83 degrees. Hey, there's Esmeralda, the Wizard Ozzy Buko's personal assistant. Esmeralda, how are you?
Fine.
That's good. That's good to hear. Okay. See this? I know it looks familiar to you. See this? Well, it's back. Except last time we used the white one. Now we're using the black one. It's a bishop from a Staunton chess set. It's a bishop. And like I said last time, what does it remind you of? Phallic, right? Phallic symbol? A dick, as in dickhead. This time, last time we spoke about the Catholic Church, in particular the Archbishop of New York, being anti-contraception and anti, the morning after pill that, terminates maybe a fertilized egg. Maybe it's not even fertilized yet. But this is a continuation, and I want to call out this time the Archbishop of Miami for firing. Okay, I don't want to try to pronounce this man's name correctly. I know I wrote it down. Let's see. Father Alberto Coutier. Is that the right pronunciation, Esmeralda?
Yes.
Coutier, how did you pronounce it?
Coutier.
Oh, well, you do it better than me. Coutier. All right. Fired Father Alberto Coutier, whatever, for having a girlfriend and being seen in public with his girlfriend. He wasn't grinding her, he wasn't kissing her, he wasn't making out with her, he was with her. So they got all upset about it because in their ridiculous minds, the Roman Catholic Church, not only are they against contraception, and not only do they think that everything is a baby, no matter what it is, and stem cell, they're against stem cell research. Heaven forbid crippled people should be cured and not have to suffer and not have to be paralyzed for the rest of their life. Oh, they don't care about that. This is right-wing fundamentalism. Not only that, they think priests should be celibate for the rest of their life. In my opinion, it's very, very unrealistic for a human male, Homo sapien, to be celibate and to actually stay that way. I mean, ministers, Protestant ministers are allowed to have girlfriends and get married, and I think priests should too. What's your take on this mumbo jumbo?
Well, it was not a requirement that comes from the Bible.
That's right.
From the true church, from the early church.
Right.
It's one of those things that came from Simon Magus, what you would call the beginner of what we know now today as the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
And he was married.
Uh-huh.
His wife was Semiramis. Was his mother.
Right.
So where celibacy came from, it came, after the first hundreds of years of the church. So it never was there.
Well, the ancient people of the Bible, the primary people in the Bible, had concubines, for God's sakes. I mean, they had harems and whatever.
Yeah, it's not a requirement that comes from the Bible.
No, it comes out of the delusional imagination of a right-wing fundamentalist, right?
Probably.
No?
It's a trend.
It comes from the Catholic Church has always had a problem with sex, even when they allow it for reproduction. It's in the old days you had to go and confess the sin that you had sex
to a human being, not to God. They wanted you to confess to a priest. Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
Go ahead.
It is because the church don't like to pay out the family.
Well, the church does like a big family. They like kids because then they quickly baptize them into the religion.
Yeah, but I say with the price or wherever have a wife and kids, the church don't like to pay at this family when the price die. Like to keep the money.
Talking about the survivors, the surviving immediate family of the priest,
Yes.
receiving some kind of like a pension or something.
Pension and the church don't like to pay. Then create this for prevent this.
Well, the church likes to, when people are in trouble, the
I
church
see what she's saying.
like to pray for you. They don't like to give you money. That's how right-wing fundamentalists are.
I see what she's saying,
Right.
that the church would have to take care of these people as a family.
Mm-hmm.
If the priest was allowed to marry, and
Right.
then the price would go up.
Oh,
Probably,
man.
but we don't know why
It's
it came about.
unrealistic for any man, priest or no priest, to be celibate. It's
It's
just
just that
ridiculous.
at one time, it was not there
Right.
in the Catholic Church, and then you'd have to look in history of how it came about. But it wasn't in the first
Right.
years of the Catholic Church, and it certainly was not in the true church at all.
Yeah, the
So,
original true church, which is
original.
a small flock.
Yeah.
Well, continuing about this obsession with sex by right-wing fundamentalists, it appears to me that there is some kind of law out there, and I'm sure it's a right-wing law, where if you send your personal naked photographs to someone, to a friend, they can charge you as a sex predator? Did you hear about that?
This is these new laws against child porn.
But they're not children, they're consenting adults.
Yeah, well,
That we're talking.
they're even if they are teenagers,
Right.
and they send a photo to their friend,
Okay.
and they could be charged with child porn.
Okay.
And of course, if you are the elder of that situation,
You're up shit's creek.
You're a predator.
You're a
You're
predator.
the predator. Yeah. But it's all because of these child porn laws.
Yeah, well, people can take your photograph, especially young people, and they want to get revenge. They could abuse that and splatter it all over the internet. But I'm talking about consenting adults sharing personal photographs. I mean, they're not predators, not criminals. It's ridiculous. It goes back to the same old right-wing fundamentalists shoving their version of Christianity down your throat. Now, Sarah Palin's daughter has been traveling, going around, preaching abstinence
Yeah.
for teens as a form of contraception.
Yeah, don't do what I did. Do what I say.
Do what I say. Don't do what I did. But it reminds me, isn't that similar to Nancy Reagan when she used
Just
to
say no.
just say no to drugs?
Yeah.
Not thinking about all the circumstances that led up to a person becoming a drug addict. Maybe the career politicians have created a society that gives no breaks to the poor, and maybe the poor guy in the ghetto was kind of like forced into that situation to go on drugs. But they don't look at what leads up to the drug addiction. The conservative Republicans just say no. Just simply say no to drugs. That's all. So it's push button answers for a complex problem.
Now there's I'm not sure if it's Australia or not,
Right.
but they just decriminalized the drugs, and
Okay.
drug addiction went down.
Like Amsterdam,
Well, like
Holland,
Amsterdam and the Netherlands and those Sweden,
maybe Denmark.
those places. Yeah, they've been doing that for years. But the problem, the point is that when you decriminalize these actions, the
Right.
use actually goes down. And
Yes.
the right wingers always, the use will go up.
Comes off the black market.
Doesn't happen.
Comes off the black market. But we have time for just one more thing. Okay, we'll catch you in the next video.